Good morning everyone. Today I will continue the same chapter, the Tiger King, what I have started in my last class. Student, this story is written by Kalki Krishnamurti. Kalki Krishnamurti was a very famous journalist and the satirical writer who had written the satirical way to criticize the system of the king and the kingship. Okay, this chapter, the Tiger King, is the story of the life of a person, Jilani Jang Bahadur, and how he has led his whole life is described in this chapter. This story is from the birth of Jilani Jang Bahadur till the death of Jilani Jang Bahadur. Okay, so today we will discuss the themes of this chapter. Students, this chapter is, if you have read this chapter, I am positively thinking that you have read this chapter line by line, and if you have read this chapter, then you can easily found that this is the story of the misuse of life and power. So the first and important and the major thing is the misuse of life and power. We are given the life to do some good things, and this king, the Tiger King, is just misusing the power of his life. He was a king and he can do so many things for the betterment of the people, but he was just running behind of his astrological, and he was running behind just to make his future, and he was just running behind to defy the astrology. So he was just misusing his life and power. And second theme is, this story is like a satire on pride and stubbornness. Stubbornness. What is a stubbornness? Stubbornness means the person who is not ready to accept anyone's voice, anyone's advice. This person is generally in Hindi called Jiddi. Okay, this king was a Jiddi person. Okay, he was stubborn, and his stubbornness and the pride has made him blind. He was not ready to accept the reality of the life, and he was not ready to accept the beauty of the life. He was just stuck with his resolution to kill the 100 tigers, and this has made him blind. So the second theme is satire on the pride and stubbornness. We should never be blind on our pride and stubbornness. We should ready to accept the environment. Next is the autocracy of the king. The king was like an autocrat. What is autocrat? Autocrat means a person who never thinks about the subject, about the people of his state. This king is also not thinking about the subject, how he had raised the taxes. He was not ready to do the duties towards the subject. Subject means the praja. Okay, he was not ready to do any kind of duty for the subject. He had raised so many taxes. Even he was just spending money of the subject on his blind resolution. Even when the British officer come to the state, he just spend lots of lakhs to make him happy, to just stop him to kill a tiger. So this is a kind of autocracy, and this person was not ready to do anything for his subject. Next, fear of British rule. As I have told you in my last class that Kalki Krishnamurti was a very famous patriot, and he was just keeping aware the people who are fighting in the freedom movement through his pen. He was trying to create the awareness among the people. So he had slightly taken the impact of the British rule, and how cheap activity having the kings of India in front of the British rule. They were not ready to fight with that kind of people. They were easily giving up, okay, and they were just making the platform for the British rule and the rulers and the officers to get the profits. Even the Tiger King, Jilani Jang Bahadur, had given to the British officer to make him happy almost 3 lakhs of rupees, diamonds and the rings from Kolkata. Sorry, Calcutta. In this story, Kolkata will be written as a Calcutta. Okay, so you can easily find the fear of the British rule in this chapter. Okay, so now this is the all 4 things what you can find in this story, the Tiger King. Moving to the main character, there is only one main character, who is the king, the Tiger King, Jilani Jang Bahadur, who had taken so many sub names. Okay, he is only the central character. He is the protagonist. He adopts so many names. Okay, he adopts so many names, and he was brave, no doubt. He was brave, but he was resolute. He was sticking with his own resolution to kill 100 tigers. Okay, he was determined. He was focused, but his focus should be on his subject. But he had shifted his focus from the subject on the his resolution. Okay, he spent his whole life running behind on fulfillment of his resolution, and which was fake. Even I believe if he had enjoyed his life will be longer, and he had no any danger from the tigers. Okay, he was a kind of autocrat, what I have explained in this themes. So the only one character is main character, which will be explained through the question answer as a character sketch, is the king. The king is only the central character. He is the protagonist. He is the hero of the story. Okay, so I think I have finished the chapter, and if you have not understand the chapter, that means you have not read the story. Okay, this time I will send you the PDF of the chapter also. If you have not the book, then you can go through the chapter, and if you have any doubt, then you message me, because in the next class I will start the very new chapter, and if doubts come, then I will continue this chapter with the doubts. Okay, and if there is no doubt, if there is no doubts coming to me, then I will not continue this chapter. I will just move on. Okay, so today I will give just some long answer questions with the hints, and you will try to write those answers. Okay, this is enough for the today's class. Thank you. Have a nice day.